It's day one of Steelers training camp, and Joey Porter Jr. has signed his rookie contract. There's more on Alex Highsmith's contract that I want to break down with you guys here on the show. And then the Pittsburgh Steelers, are they interested in trading for Chase Young? Going to be breaking down all these topics here in just a second. But before we get things going, kick off today's show by clicking that thumbs up icon and liking today's video. Now let's jump into the news and rumors of the day, starting with the report from USA Today that the Steelers and the Ravens have shown interest in Commanders pass rusher Chase Young, among others, apparently. So I'm looking at this situation, and of course, we've talked about Chase Young on the show before. These rumors have come up before, and I've shot him down time and time again. And to me, this makes no sense from a financial standpoint. You're going to have to pay him another big contract when you just paid Alex Highsmith that massive contract. Of course, you're paying TJ Watt the highest annual salary of any edge rusher in the National Football League. So paying three guys at that level just doesn't make any sense to me because you already have arguably the best pass rushing duo in the National Football League here with Watt and Highsmith. I think both of these guys are easily going to get over double-digit sacks this year. And then Marcus Golden and Nick Herbig are very good rotational pieces. So why would you want to add a guy like Chase Young, especially when you're going to have to give him a big extension if you trade for him, and you're going to have to give up draft capital? I'm just not willing to do that personally, but let me know how you're feeling about a potential Chase Young trade. Would this be a good move for the black and gold? Give me a T if you would trade for him, or if you're going to pass on him, give me a P down there in the comment section. This is going to be the pinned comment on today's show, so YouTube's going to throw you an ad break here in just a couple of seconds. Take advantage of that time by answering today's pinned question. Then we got Joey Porter Jr., and I told y'all this was going to get done. Joey Porter Jr. has signed his rookie contract here. It's going to be worth just under $10 million over 4 seasons. I just absolutely expected this to happen. It came down to the wire, but he's a rookie. He's going to want to be on the field this year. He wants that time in practice to impress his coaches and become a starter for the black and gold here in 2023. He wasn't going to miss any time, and a deal ended up getting done. So the exact figures here: 4 years, $9.618 million for the second-round rookie out of Penn State University. Of course, the Porter family is coming back, which is fantastic. And I think that he's an awesome fit for this defense. I think he's going to be such a great value for this defense moving forward, especially with all the big contracts that you have in Alex Highsmith and Watt and Minka and Cam, and all those are lining up. It's nice to have a really good player like JPJ on a rookie contract, and it's really great to have all this drama with Alex Highsmith, Joey Porter Jr., and the like completely taken care of here before the start of training camp. So now these players, all they have to focus on is ball, right? Just focus on winning this team another championship and getting this team to a position where they can win the AFC North and put up another AFC North title here in 2023. That's absolutely something that I want to see from the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. And I think it's going to be one of the best in the league. I think Joey Porter Jr. is going to be a big part of that. And you look at the cornerback depth chart right now, I think that right now he's probably in that third spot behind Levi Wallace and Patrick Peterson. I think he will see the field when the Steelers go to their nickel formations, when they have 3 corners on the field. I think those 3 guys are the best corners on this team, and those are the guys that will be out there. Corey Trice Jr. is another guy that's interesting. James Pierre is a guy that's got experience. Chandon Sullivan might be your true dime backer this year. But Joey Porter Jr., I think, is going to quickly rise up the ranks here. He's got those long arms. He's got the physicality that you look for. He's got everything that you want in a Pittsburgh Steelers corner, because Mike Tomlin loves to play those press man coverages. He loves to put his corners right up on the line of scrimmage and bully opposing wide receivers, and that's exactly what his game calls for. Now, he was a little bit grabby in college. Maybe he's not the most fluid athlete in the world, but I think he's a perfect fit for this system, and I cannot wait to see what he looks like in black and gold here during the first preseason game this training camp. Now, if you want Joey Porter Jr.'s Steelers jersey, you can get it from our friends at Fanatics right now. now. Use chatsports.com/Joey Porter Jr. to get his 24 Steelers jersey on the Fanatics website right now. If you really believe in this guy, you think he's going to be a fantastic player for the Steelers moving forward, you can get his jersey on the Fanatics website right now. Do not wait. These things go really fast. So go to chatsports.com/Joey Porter Jr. if you want to get that number 24 black and gold JPJ jersey in your closet today. Now let's talk a little bit more about Alex Highsmith and the contract that he just signed, the big-time extension that they got done last week. The extension is worth 4 years, $68 million, which is quite a pretty penny for Mr. Highsmith. I think he certainly earned it based on his play last year, and it's definitely solidified the Pittsburgh Steelers edge rush or just defensive line pass rush in general as one of, if not the best in the league. Now, the cap hit next year, it's a lot smaller, right? Just $4.41 million is going to be allocated towards the 2023 salary cap, but then it gets exponentially higher from this point forward, where it's going to go up quite a bit just starting in 2024, moving up to 13.9 there just next season, and it gets bigger and bigger as the seasons go on, going up to 16, 17, and 18 there as the seasons progress. And right now, that's really putting up a lot of pressure on the 2024 cap, because we're going into the 2023 season with just with less than $1 million in cap space for the 2024 season. I mean, that is absolutely ridiculous. That means that the Steelers have a ton of big contracts starting next season. Omar Khan is definitely going to have to work his magic next offseason in order to make things work. And at this point, because you have signed Alex Highsmith to that massive deal, I really don't think the Pittsburgh Steelers can afford to make any like kinds of big trades or anything like that, like for Chase Young, for example, because they just don't have the money in future years to make it happen. Now, be honest with me down there in the comments section. Are you worried about the Pittsburgh Steelers cap situation moving on into the future? Type W if you're worried, or if you think Omar Khan has got this and you think he can handle it, type NW for not worried. Now, before I go, there are some other news items that I want to cover. First, we're going to be talking about Mike Tomlin here, and there's going to be no extension this season for Coach T. Unfortunately, the report comes out from Jerry Dulac today that Mike Tomlin is not expected to get that contract extension, but his job security is quote-unquote high. Definitely think that he's one of the better head coaches in the National Football League, so I would have liked to see him get a contract extension, but his job security is high at this point. I think a deal will get done eventually, and I still think he's going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers head coach for many years to come. Then we got a tweet here from Adam Schefter that says that 49ers GM John Lynch said QB Brock Purdy, who underwent offseason elbow surgery, has been cleared without restriction, and he's ready to go in training camp, which means that he is set to be the Week 1 starter when the Pittsburgh Steelers play the 49ers at Acrisure Stadium in Week 1. And it's really going to be the battle between Pickett and Purdy that I'm going to be watching very, very closely. Last year, if you look at the advanced stats and you kind of adjust for the Kyle Shanahan offense, I think Kenny Pickett had a better season last year. You look at the expected completion percentage, much higher for Mr. Brock Purdy. And then the adjusted completion percentage, the differential there, that's that bottom metric. You can see that that differential is higher for Kenny Pickett, which means that given the circumstances, he was a more accurate quarterback. He was also, he had more big-time throws. He had the similar, actually the exact same turnover-worthy play percentage. I think he's a better quarterback personally. I think if you put him in that San Francisco offense, he's going to do what Brock Purdy did and more. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments section. Who is the better quarterback? If you think it's Kenny Pickett, give me a KP. Or if you think it's Brock Purdy, do me a favor, put a BP down there in the comments section. That'll be it for me today, guys. Really do appreciate all the support. If you want more Steelers training camp coverage throughout training camp, throughout the preseason, leading up to Week 1, when we're going to be having our first watch party when the Steelers play the 49ers at Acrisure Stadium there in Week 1. We got a bunch of great stuff coming your way, so do me a favor, click that subscribe button right now.